Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. That's the Muslim greeting to all of you. Subhanallah, glory be to God. Alhamdulillah, all praise be to God. And Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. So Allah is, the religion of Islam as a Muslim. English translation would be Allah, God or Lord. The opening surah, so the opening prayer that we recite when we stand for salah, so when we stand for prayer, and we have 5 daily prayers, so it's called the opening, and the prayer goes, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, Siratal lazina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. The translation to that is, all praise be to God, Lord of the worlds, most gracious, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. It is you that we worship, and it is upon you that we ask for help. Guide us on the straight path. Let us be the ones that you have blessed, not the ones that they are angered, nor the ones that are misguided. The more I, recite the translation, which I've been doing more and more often recently, I guess, the last few weeks, I guess, I've been doing that, if not longer, it stays with me, right? Because, again, that's one of my goals, that I've been pushing myself, is to understand the Arabic language a little bit better, right? During this blessed month of Ramadan, once again, I just want to say Ramadan Mubarak, to everyone that is starting, to fast, and so many other things during this month, right? But a big part of it, of course, is fasting from dawn till sunset. And it's going to be opening soon. I think it's another roughly 15 minutes, right, until our fast open. So I'm just going to continue. So this is day 3 and 4. So yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday, April the 27th, I think I wrote. Don't even know the exact date, but yeah, I believe it's the 27th. And it's the 4th day, right, that we're just about to complete, right, for our fasting. Today was just a good day. I'm off of work, so it gives me more time to, just rest a little bit. Pray. So I read the Quran, which is the holy book for Muslims, right? So I've been reading different verses, just going in order, right? So just so you know, to make it easier to explain, there's what they call paras, right? Is what I call it, paras, and there's 30 of them, and the whole holy book has 30 paras, which I will define, and please correct me if anybody if I should be saying it differently, but it is like chapters, right, of the Quran. And I've said this before in my last video that I know how to read it, and that's one thing that is amazing to me, right? And my mom has told me many times in the past, right, and she's even told me today that once you learn it, at a young age, and you continuously learn and you pray certain, verses and so on in your prayers on a daily basis, you just don't forget. To be honest, I haven't been consistent reading the Quran. I know it was maybe last year, late 2018, early 2019 that I started. I was reading the Arabic, and I was reading the English translation at the same time. I didn't complete it, and I finished about 6 or 7 chapters, right? Now I finished 9 in 4 days, and it's just amazing to me. And I'm still working on my pronunciation. May Allah forgive me, for the mistakes I'm making. But a big part of what I've learned is your intention. I know it's my intention to gain more knowledge, to better myself in my religion and every other aspect of my life, right? Lost my train of thought a little bit, but we just move forward. So yeah, I read the Quran today. Just spending time with my mom. My older brother was over for a little bit. He had to come and get some stuff done. But yeah, just it was a good, relaxing day, right? And we get asked as Muslims, right, whenever we fast, don't you feel it? Because they hear about no water, no drink. How is that possible, right? Um, and it is, because imagine you doing it at such a young age. Let's say around that puberty age, right? Kids start even before that, right? Because they see their family, their loved ones around them, their cousins, everybody around them doing it, so they want to do it. My niece, one of my nieces, kept her first fast. I believe it was yesterday, right, or 2 days ago. But she kept her first fast, right? And it feels good, right? They feel good, the parents feel good, and then everybody else around them to hear that feels good, right? And then, of course, seeing the other, my nieces and nephews keeping their fast and so on. Um, you know, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's, imagine you doing it for so long, right? I feel like my glasses are a bit dirty. I clean them, but imagine you doing that at a young age. It's like naturally in you. And when this month comes around, to be honest, I think for a lot of Muslims, right, we feel it during the year. I'm not gonna lie. I know I could only speak for myself, right? Um, I know that I've seen a lot of changes in myself even before this fasting month because of other stuff that I've been through and what I've been trying to change. But I'm taking advantage of this month, right? And the situation that we're in, to be able to give myself even more time for my religion, where I've talked about positive vibes, of course, that I've been doing. And one thing I've said is that positive vibes, when everything I've learned and put out there is what I've learned before from my religion, you know, learned when I was at the masjid, and when they talk and when they teach you, when my parents teach me, and so on, right? And just knowing that it's already out there in the world, as with motivational speakers, motivational quotes, videos, and so on, the message is there. You know what I mean? And I know with my thoughts and my words, I might be going in different directions, so I apologize. What I try to do my best is try to keep it in order, but for more from, to get my thoughts, views, opinions, my lessons, what I've learned, my experiences, whatever knowledge maybe I've gained, to put out there. And, I'm going to get better at this, right? The more videos I make and so on. So, of course, I'm taking a break from the positive eyes. I still talk about it, but how I was putting up my videos, but doing the Islamic invite to world peace. And it looks like, so far I've done every 2 days. I'm not going to stick to that. Maybe I'll do it, tomorrow, who knows? But minimum, I think I'll try not to push it more than 2 days, maybe even have a set time. And it looks like before sunset has worked for me. That's when I made my last video as well. One thing that I want to put out there that, and we'll maybe end it off here, that I sort of learned, not learned like I knew about it, but, what came up today is a couple of words, right? Correct and corrected, when we're being corrected. Um, it happens, right? That we've been through so much. There's so much that we've learned, there's so much we've experienced, and so on. We feel that, confident that we know things, we know how to do certain things, right? Such as me, let's say I read the Quran, but it's been a while, right, since I've sat down, maybe trying to get the pronunciation right, get my speed a little bit better, making sure I'm not making errors, things of that nature. Today in the morning, I was reading, it's called a prayer, so Surah Yasin, right? So I was praying that. We have a really big one, right? It's about 6, 7 pages. So I was sitting there reading, and my mom was there, right? And I started reading louder. She didn't ask me, to listen to me, but my mom was there, right? And I was praying softly, and then, I started praying more. I mean, louder. And my mom started listening, you know what I mean? And, she started correcting me, And in the past, I'll be honest, not only about this, but other things, you sort of get defensive at times, right? Like, no, I knew that though. Like in your mind, and there's a few things I was reading that I felt, but I said that, but that's my mom, right? It's all about intention. That when how I see it, right? Yes, I can understand that we might, and even me, I might feel a certain way. Now, let's say if someone is openly judging me, right? And you might feel a little something, okay, like, why are you saying it that way? But when you know that there's love in the attention, that there's actually someone trying to help you, whether it's your parents, whether it's your teachers, for me, it's like a few people, my parents, my wife, and let's say work I would relate it to is my manager. but there's also with my siblings and so on, that maybe sometimes we, in friends and everything, right? Just every direction, that we might take it the wrong way, right? And it's what I've learned for myself is to understand how I reacted in the past to certain things and what I want to fix, or what I want to, correct, right? What I want to correct and get better in myself. And that's one thing that I've put out there many times, is listen to listen, not listen to respond. You know, there's nothing wrong. Yes, many times, right? It happens that we know something, and, someone is telling us, and they're telling us in a good way something. And then what is our response sometimes? Oh, I already knew that, you know but it's not about, what I've learned for myself, right? For me, that it's not about me having to let them know that, hey, I knew that. Because I look at myself, what benefit is that? you know Maybe certain situations, competitions, right? Like I was thinking about, like spelling bee. Like you sort of have to know what you need to know, right? If you got it wrong, you're wrong. I don't know if that's a great example. I think it is. In my head it was. And but so it's okay. I look at who's giving me that information. Does it really benefit me? Now if someone is telling me, you didn't know this, right? Like trying to put it in my face to a point, or telling me you didn't know that, then maybe I could say, no, I didn't know that. But it's good how I sort of look at it, that the response would be, no, but I'm glad you told me. Maybe it's a reminder. Maybe it's something that they said that we weren't thinking about at that time. We know about it, but it was in the back of our minds, right? And maybe now it's now it's something that we're consciously looking at, consciously paying attention. It might be related, maybe not, but another thing that I've thought about that's come up is, how many times something happens on social media, in the world, a new idea, a business, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, I was thinking that. I knew that. I should have posted about this. I should have done this. I should have taken this action. I should have gone to this place, whatever it is, right? But the main thing I would look at, don't take it as a way that, because how I look at it, for me, when I would think something like that, and I'm not going to lie, is that, why do I need, what type of recognition am I looking for from others? Or what type of recognition? The only person I need to look at is me, right? I need to be, pleased with myself. I know who I am. I know what I'm thinking, right? During this month already, like learning, certain things I'm doing, but I also see, hey, my brother is doing something already. My wife is doing something already. My parents have been doing this, whatever it is. Like because I'm consciously trying to pay attention, that, hey, I'm not the only one. I still remember, I'll go back a little, when I started Positive Vibes 7.5+ years ago. I still remember my younger brother. I was starting to post positive quotes, and I said to him, that, hey, I think because I'm posting positive quotes, other people are posting positive things. And my brother told me that something that still sticks with me is that, simple, right? Is that, or they might have already been posting these type of things, you just notice it now. And that made so much sense to me. And I'm so glad, that stuck with me, because that's something big, right? To understand that, when we're doing something, try to also understand for ourselves that maybe other people are doing things. Maybe they do understand. So the way that we communicate, we should make sure that we try our best not to be putting someone down, or judging someone, or telling someone they're completely wrong, things of that nature, right? Um, so those are just a few thoughts, right, that I wanted to put out there, about something that, I was thinking about, that I've learned, about the whole correction thing. Um, just keep doing your thing, my friends. Keep being you. These 4 days already, to be honest, I just feel so relaxed, feel good. To be honest, during the fasting month, I don't remember the last time that I finished the whole holy book, like the whole Quran, and I'm looking forward to doing that. The goal is to finish it in the Arabic only, and then right after that to read the English only. This is something that I'm doing for myself. You Muslims out there that are reading, even if you're non-Muslims, if you feel like you maybe want to read the translation just to understand a little bit better, right? Maybe you follow another religion, right? Maybe you believe in a different religion. Maybe you read another book, right? So maybe it's something that you could compare possibly, right? Just to put out there. Just like I have invited people to come join us to fast. Doesn't mean you have to fast the whole month like us. Doesn't mean you have to fast exactly. If you want to fast for a day, no food, no water. Maybe you're just going to give up food. Maybe you're only going to have liquids for the day. Maybe there's something that you love eating that you're going to give up. Maybe something that you do, right? You watch a show every single day. You watch TV for a certain amount of hours. Maybe you're going to cut it out for a certain time frame. Things of that nature. Come join us, right? Time to reflect, time to, you know, reminisce, right? I think, you know, that would be a good word to use as well. But, you know, just keep doing your thing. Keep being you. Keep moving forward, as I keep saying, my friends. We are all in this together. These first 4 days have been great. I'm looking forward to breaking our fast. You know, I'll be sharing a, you know, so I've been posting a lot, but I've been working little by little, not a lot, like how I would do on Positive Vibes, right? The time that I would spend. And maybe it's something during this month that I will have a better perspective of how I want to proceed, right, with Positive Vibes and how I want to put on my content and so on. And of course, with continuing Islamic invite to world peace, which I'm posting on my Positive Vibes pages as well, because again, I'm still talking about positivity. I'm still talking about mindset. I'm still talking about goodness. Of course, a part of it is my religion, but that's who I am, right? That's a big part of me, 100%. So before I start rambling a little bit, which I might have a little bit during this, I apologize. I hope you maybe got something out of it. But, you know, as I move forward and put out my videos, which I'll put the past week vlog soon, if not today, soon. And then this week coming up and during this month. And during this month, we'll be doing, you know, maybe not the vlogs. I'll see if I want to. I'm probably just going to overthink it if I keep talking. So again, I'll be sharing little by little. One thing I want to do, maybe one day or at least a couple of days, to show what I do from day until evening. So I'm looking forward to sharing that, right? So look out for the videos that I would put out there. But once again, my friends, Ramadan Mubarak to everybody that's, like I said, fasting this month. Like I said to everybody, whether you're Muslim or not, come join us, right? Like I already put the points out there, like a few things. Whether it is fasting, it doesn't mean you have to fast for the whole day like we are. Give up something, right, that you love. Give up some food, a certain food, right? Just only have liquids, a certain thing that you do every day. Just step back a little bit, right? It's all about just learning new things about ourselves. And the only way we can learn new things about ourselves is by trying new things. You know, and that's something I know that has helped me in so many different ways, right? So once again, my friends, keep doing your thing, keep being you, keep your head up and keep moving forward. Focus on the good more than the not so good, right? So I'm going to end it off here because I believe our fast is going to be opening up soon, so I should get downstairs for sure. But once again, I just want to say Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. Subhanallah, which means glory be to Allah. And Alhamdulillah, which is praise be to Allah. And Allahu Akbar, which is God is greater. Again, Allah, just the English translation is God or Lord. You know, and one thing I'll end this off with, because I know I'm talking about religion. No matter who you are, my friends, no matter who you are, you believe in God or not, right? I'm not here. I can never, me as an individual, will never point a finger at anybody. It is your choice, whether you believe in a higher power, whether you believe in God, you know, whether you have different ways of saying it. Again, I know what I believe, and I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to take the actions that I feel is right based on what I've learned, and that changes over time, right? What I would recommend is just look at messages, right? Whether it's through religion or not, about the kindness, the helpfulness, right? The positivity, the goodness, because I really feel, once again, like I already said, focus on the good more than the not so good. Now, yes, I understand as religion, in certain aspects of life, we adamantly believe in something, right? But again, my friends, you know, just keep doing your thing, keep being you. The only thing I'll say, just try your best to have a small percentage in your mind that, you know, you want to be good, you want to be positive, you want to help people, you want to help yourself, you want to be a better person. I'm going to end it off here, my friends. I think it's going to be opening in a few minutes, so I'm going to be heading down. Once again, my friends, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.